In the headlines, new details are surfacing in the murder case of a Nash County investigator shot and killed last month while attempting to serve murder warrants. Thanks to one of your tips, the man wanted for targeting shops at Golden East Crossing Mall in Rocky Mount has finally been captured, and police arrest an area woman who is accused of attempting to set her husband on fire. These stories and more coming up on NewsBreak starting now.
From WHIG-TV, this is NewsBreak 31. Now, here's Marie Torres.
Hello, and thanks for tuning in to WHIG-TV NewsBreak, your voice in the community. I'm Marie Torres. New details are surfacing in the murder case of a Nash County investigator shot and killed while attempting to serve murder warrants in Kingston. Last month, investigator Warren Lewis III was on an assignment with the U.S. Marshal Service. At the time, Lewis was sworn in as a marshal with their fugitive task force when he was gunned down outside an apartment where at least 6 people were inside. We've learned that one of the 5 charged with Lewis's death, 16-year-old Keon Dale, allegedly admitted to a female friend over the telephone that on the night of June 2nd that he killed Thomas Hinton, a restaurant worker, in the presence of 18-year-old Lamont Bird and a 14- and 15-year-old juvenile. In that conversation, Dale said that Bird told him they would, quote, shoot it out with police because we're not going back to prison, end quote. According to the friend, this was just hours prior to Lewis's murder on June 9th at the 3-unit apartment in Kingston. Inside that apartment were Dale, Bird, his 26-year-old brother Moretto, 17-year-old Divine Slade, a 15-year-old male, and a woman. All but the woman are being charged with first-degree murder of Lewis. Both Birds had been released from prison in April on other charges. According to Kingston Free Press newspaper, police found a .40 caliber Beretta handgun and a projectile in the apartment near where Lewis was killed. Documents also show investigators used cell phone tracking technology to lead to that apartment in search for Hinton's killers. Before shots were fired, there was a 90-minute standoff between the suspects and authorities. DNA samples are currently being evaluated and matched to the suspects. The State Bureau of Investigations is handling Lewis's case. There is no word yet on if the death penalty will be pursued. The man wanted for targeting shops at Golden East Crossing Mall in Rocky Mount has finally been captured. According to Captain Laura Fonstock with Rocky Mount's Police Department, around 9:30 Wednesday morning, they arrested 24-year-old Joshua DeMont Alston on the 1100 block of Winstead Walk. The arrest was made after an anonymous tip on the Crime Stoppers phone line earlier that morning. Alston was linked to at least 3 larceny crimes at the mall. We've learned of one at Belk's department store some weeks back, the purse snatching of a shop owner in the parking lot of the mall on Sunday, and then another snatch and run at a jewelry shop inside the mall. Alston, who had recently dyed his hair red, had been known to frequent area hotels as well, making it harder for police to search an exact address. The tip from Crime Stoppers was vital in his capture. He now faces charges of assault on a female and larceny. You too can help bust wanted suspects and do so anonymously. Shortly after Alston's arrest, we paid a visit to Crime Stoppers detective Scott Hale with Rocky Mount's Police Department. He told us about the program and how the average citizen can not only be rewarded for their information, but can help in keeping the community safe.
The Crime Stoppers program was started here in 1994, and what it is, it's just a program to where we put information out to the public, things that we don't know about, people who we may be looking for, or people who we may have a picture of and we don't know who they are. And we give them a number to call, and they call the number, and it rings right to my desk. This is the phone that rings, and they give their information. It's totally anonymous. It goes by code. That's why I never know anybody's name. Well, just this morning we had a individual who we've been looking for who had been responsible for a couple purse snatchings at the mall. The caller naturally called the Crime Stoppers line, and I answered the phone. And this person gave me a location where they thought that the individual who we were looking for would be at, and we went to that location and found him. If people would just call, they may think something is trivial, but to us it could be the piece that puts a whole case together. And if we don't know about it, they don't call, so we never know. So if I could just say, that if people would just call 977-1111, and the phone always rings. To me, there's an answer machine up there, and if I'm not in here, you leave a message on the answer machine, and I'll return your phone call, and we'll follow up on the information that you have. Through cooperation with the Rocky Mount Telegram, we have a website. It's called Twin Counties Most Wanted, and you can access that through going through the Telegram website. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, it says Most Wanted, and you click on that, and it brings up some of our most wanted people who we are looking for in the city of Rocky Mount. And people are wanted in there for various things: breaking and entering, obtaining property on false pretense, shootings, things of that nature. If you also know where somebody like that is, call the number 977-1111. It rings straight in here. You give them information, and you're eligible for a cash reward. Since January 1st of this year, we've arrested 33 people and paid out approximately $2,000. Just please call. Just call, because that little piece of information that you have could put a case together for us.
You'll often see us broadcast the Crime Stoppers telephone number on our local crimes. You can also find out more about the Crime Stoppers program by visiting Rocky Mount Police Department's website at www.rockymountnc.gov/police. Also in our crime report, police arrest an area woman who is accused of attempting to set her husband on fire. The incident occurred Sunday afternoon at this home on 333 Commodore Drive in Rocky Mount. Police say the 35-year-old man told them his wife, 30-year-old LaTanya Denise Robertson, poured gasoline on him and attempted to set him ablaze, but failed to do so. Thankfully, no injuries occurred. Robertson is charged with assault with a deadly weapon and was transported to the Edgecombe County Jail. She was held under a 48-hour domestic violence hold. In other news, many are mourning the death of a Nash County High School rising senior, and another driver who was killed in a fatal head-on collision this week. Yesterday, North Carolina State Highway Patrol released details of Tuesday's crash near Spring Hope, where Northern Nash High School rising senior 17-year-old Brianna McLaughlin, a passenger in the back seat of her friend's vehicle, and the driver of another vehicle, 34-year-old Jermaine Alexander Granados Gomez, were both killed. According to Highway Patrol's report, it was a case of wrong-way driving. In the wee hours of Tuesday morning, Gomez of Fairfax, Virginia, and the driver of a Honda Accord was going the wrong way on U.S. Highway 64 East near Fraser Road at about 100 miles per hour when he crashed into the Chevrolet Colbert, carrying McLaughlin and two other teen girls who were going 70 miles per hour. The two other girls are 17-year-olds Paige Talk of Nashville and Leigh Anderson Bullock of Rocky Mount. They were wearing seatbelts. McLaughlin was not. Investigators say evidence of alcohol could be found in both vehicles and could have played a factor in this wreck. Inside Gomez's vehicle were found beer cans and prescription drugs. Troopers responded within minutes of the crash as they were responding to several calls that Gomez was driving the wrong way. Last we've learned Talk, a rising senior at Northern Nash High School, is in serious condition, and Bullock, a rising senior at Rocky Mount Academy, is in fair condition at Wake Med in Raleigh. There is no word yet if any charges will be filed. When we return on Newsbreak, U.S. Congresswoman Renee Elmers takes to the airwaves again to talk job creation and oil policies. This and more right after these words.
It's
back for a limited time. Every new Buick and GMC at Davenport Auto Park is being offered at the GM employee price. Combined with factory incentives, now you can drive out for up to $5,000 below dealer invoice amount. And that's not all. With Davenport's Dealership for Life, you can even get a free lifetime warranty. Plus free oil changes, rotations, and more for no extra charge. Employee price, rebates up to $5,000, free lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer ends soon, only at Davenport Auto Park in Rocky Mount. Still your dealership for life.
We're your news team bringing it home to you with meteorologist Fred Holdsworth, anchor Marie Torres, sports reporter Edward Green, and Matt Habit, our studio guy. WHIG TV Newsbreak, your voice in the community.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We're filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Welcome back to WHIG TV Newsbreak. I'm Marie Torres. Recently, U.S. Congresswoman and Representative for North Carolina's District 2 talked gas prices, job creation, and oil policies. Here is U.S. Representative Renee Elmers this week on Fox Business Channel.
Whip, Kevin McCarthy, has put forward an initiative which is called HEAT, which is the House Energy Action Team. And he put that together in May. And through that, we're looking at good, strong energy policy. We need to create jobs. And again, for security reasons, we have got to become energy independent. What a better way to do things than opening up the strategic oil reserve?
You know, I don't know if it's an energy plan to tap the SPR reserve, right? I mean, but I hear the administration's argument that, you know, Libya knocked offline 140 million barrels of oil. But you know what? We didn't tap the SPR when we had the Iraq war. We didn't tap it when in 2002 when Venezuela had a strike in that country. And so, you know, the issue is, but people would say that to counter your argument that, you know, yeah, drill, baby, drill, but it won't move the needle. It won't bring supply onto the market. And if it brings supply onto the market, China's going to snap it up anyway, as it might have done with the SPR release.
Well, but what it will do is it will change the market. And just knowing that we're going to move in that direction, as you were pointing out in your opening statement, you know, the market responds to all of these things. And that's what we have to do. We have got to show that we're working towards this goal. And, you know, let's bring down oil prices. Let's bring down gas prices. You know, we did get a little bit of a decrease in the gas price last week. You know, the oil price is back up, same up to over $95 a barrel. And in North Carolina, where I am, as of today, there's an increase in the state gas tax. So, you know, every time our people, our households, our moms and dads go to the gas tank to fill up, they're seeing that price. Our businesses are struggling because of it. You know, every time we go to the gas pump, I want folks to see Harry Reid's face, because he's the one that's holding up this legislation.
The freshman Republican who represents 10 counties, including Nash, has been avid about these issues since her campaign. This week, she's been on 2 Fox Business Channel shows to discuss her oppositions to many of the Obama administration's policies. In other news, a local historic building is getting a makeover thanks to grants secured by the city. Thanks to a $50,000 preservation grant from the Lowe's Charitable and Educational Foundation, the city of Rocky Mount has started a project to replace nearly 60 windows at Booker T. Washington High School. According to the city, the new windows will improve energy efficiency and the overall appearance of the local landmark. The high school served as Rocky Mount's only African-American high school for 42 years, from 1927, when it was erected, until desegregation of Rocky Mount City Schools in 1969. It has functioned as a community center since the 1970s. The school is most famous as the site where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his widely acclaimed I Have a Dream speech for the first time on November 7, 1962, 9 months before it gained national attention at the March on Washington. The city of Rocky Mount expresses its appreciation to Lowe's Home Improvement and the Lowe's Charitable and Educational Foundation for its support of this important project. And organizations are teaming up to promote health for area children in a free community event Monday, July 11th from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Jana Healthcare Services, a new respiratory company in Rocky Mount, and the Down East Partnership will be promoting an excellent quality of life for kids ages 6 months to 12 years of age. The event coordinators will be handing out educational information pertaining to diabetes and will also be providing free respiratory screenings for children with possible respiratory ailments. The event will be held at Jana Healthcare Services office on 621 North Church Street. As we go to break, if you're looking for a lovable pet that also needs a home, look no further.
It's back for a limited time. Every new Buick and GMC at Davenport Auto Park is being offered at the GM employee price. Combined with factory incentives, now you can drive out for up to $5,000 below dealer invoice amount. And that's not all. With Davenport's dealership for life, you can even get a free lifetime warranty. Plus free oil changes, rotations, and more for no extra charge. Employee price, rebates up to $5,000, free lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer ends soon, only at Davenport Auto Park in Rocky Mount. Still your dealership for life.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The business center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Vachavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Thanks for staying with us. It's now time to look at our forecast with WHIG-TV meteorologist Fred Holsworth. Fred?
And we'll take a look at our forecast map, and we'll see what's going on outside right now and what we expect this afternoon. And let's look at the Gulf of Mexico first, right here, low. Maybe a low pressure system developing in the Gulf, and we'll keep an eye on that as we go through this day today and maybe into tomorrow, and let's see if this thing develops. We'll talk a little more about that during the tropical segment. Right here, also severe weather, and this includes the Rocky Mount, Wilson, Tarboro area, right in here. We could see severe thunderstorms again this afternoon, mainly during the afternoon when at the peak of the heating, and this extends all the way up into Virginia. Chesapeake Bay included also, and right down to about the Wilmington area, and west to around Greensboro. This area can expect severe weather today. This in connection with this stationary front that's just been kind of meandering back and forth across Virginia and giving us the unsettled weather. Showers and thunderstorms will be expected all the way from New Hampshire southward, all the way to Key West, Florida, and then westward all the way to Oklahoma. Another larger area of severe weather will be found up along the Canadian border, southward to the Intermountain region with Colorado, back up through the Dakotas and Nebraska. Going farther west, showers and thunderstorms will be found along the Pacific coast from Washington northward, and also a few scattered showers and thunderstorms off the coast of the Baja Peninsula right here. And we're also looking at a possible development in the eastern Pacific that could become Tropical Storm Calvin. That would be in the eastern Pacific. And in our area, rain and thunderstorms today, and possibly some of those could be severe. Well, let's look at our forecast now, and we'll see that today we'll have a chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high of 88, south wind at 6. Showers and thunderstorms tonight with a low of 70, south wind at 5. Friday, chance of showers and thunderstorms, a high of 89, south wind at 7. Friday night, showers and thunderstorms with a low of 72, south wind at 5. Saturday, continuing showers and thunderstorms with a high of 88. Winds will be south and switch to the north at 7 miles per hour. Saturday night, showers and thunderstorms with a low of 70. Sunday, sunny with a high of 90. Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low of 68. And Monday will be sunny with a high of 92 and a low of 70. 88 was our high yesterday. Our morning low this morning was 72, 1.94 inches of rain during the past 24 hours. Our extremes in Rocky Mount, the highest temperature on this date was back in 1988 when we reached 102 degrees, and the low was 56. That occurred in 1978. Now yesterday, the highest temperature in the nation, 108 degrees at Wichita Falls, Texas, Lawton, Oklahoma, Duncan, Oklahoma, and Shawnee, Oklahoma. So Oklahoma was quite warm yesterday, and the lowest temperature was 36 degrees. That occurred in Stanley, Idaho. And that's a look at your Rocky Mount weather. Now back to you.
Thanks, Fred. And with us now to talk sports is Edward Green. Tell us what's the latest, Edward.
Well, Marie, we have some great baseball news to share, as well as some teams from our area getting finally back on the diamond after a pretty long layoff. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about a sport we haven't really talked a whole lot lately, and that's just the college sports. Really.
All right.
So, as we are now fully in July, summer break is at its midpoint, and that means it is not too early to start thinking about the next academic sports season coming up. I spoke with North Carolina Wesleyan's athletics director, John Thompson, about the program and a special basketball tournament they have every year in the name of alumnus Roger Taylor.
But I do know that athletics is very important on our campus. I heard Ev, as he was coming in, talking about the various sports that we offer, both on the men's and the women's side. And we feel like athletics plays an important role here at the college. We feel like it's a co-curricular activity, that it has great educational value, and that the students who are also athletes while they are here learn a great deal from those experiences and are better off for their participation in athletics. I think character is important in the individuals that we try to recruit. that we look for character, and obviously also once they are here, we try to develop the character of the young people that we're working with. You know, athletics is a very important part of the college experience, and it certainly is that here. And we've been very fortunate that we've had some great coaches here through the years, and also some great young people that have made this a very successful program at the college. Roger and his impact on the college, he was the first All-American in any sport. He was a basketball player, but he was the first All-American in any sport here at the college. He went on to work for the college for a time in the admissions office, but has gone on to great success in the business world, and having done that, has become, as you said, a benefactor of the college. He's a member of our board of trustees, served on any number of committees, has been a great, just done great things in terms of giving back to the college with both time, money, in so many ways. This building bears his name, the Hall of Fame bears his name, and there's a basketball tournament that we host every year. We've brought teams from all over the nation, everywhere from New Hampshire to Illinois to Florida, all over, and so his name is on that tournament as well, and he's done a tremendous job for the college, and also obviously involved in the honors program now with what he's done for that program. So his handprint is on a lot of things here at North Carolina Wesleyan.
Taylor is, of course, very important to the school and in the various roles he has played with it, whether academically, athletically, or administratively, as you heard, he also works at the school. So, Emery, he's one of the only 2 basketball players in North Carolina Wesleyan's history to have his number retired.
Wow.
So very cool there. And one quick note before we head off, Post 58 Legion Baseball is back in action tonight. They are actually starting the Area 1 semifinals against the last team to actually beat them in the regular season, Wayne County Post 11. So it'll be very interesting to see how they do tonight. Obviously a lot of weather has been going on, but they are scheduled to play tonight at 7 at Nash Central. Game 2 in that series will be Friday at 7 at Mount Olive, and if they need a third game in the best of 3 series, it will be Saturday at 7 back at Nash Central. So hopefully Post 58 can continue another solid run in the playoffs.
All right, well, sounds good. Let's hope so.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Edward.
Thanks, Marie.
That's all for us here today on Newsbreak. Join us next week for more news that's impacting the community. For WHIG TV, I'm Marie Torres. We'll see you next time.